All right. Hello again. Welcome to the Roland's Reviews YouTube channel. So glad to have you with me. I was in Big Al's live stream briefly, but if you guys, those of you who were here for our Friday live stream, I shared with you that I will have a very special guest speaker on, how you doing, Dorian? On Sunday at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Miss Adrienne Wright, Trump delegate, all right, from Illinois. Okay. And she's going to come and share some information with us. A lot of the things, she's going to share a lot of what has been happening in Chicago, all of the, nefarious activities that have been taking place that, is everything's being exposed, and I love it. So make sure you are here tomorrow at 4 o'clock p.m. And roll call. Several of you are here. If you do not type hello or send an emoji, I can't see your names. So hello anyway. But those who have spoken, how are you, Laurie? Laurie, my visit was wonderful with my family. Thank you so much. I enjoyed it, but you guys are my family as well, and I missed you. Roll call. Florida, of course, the first one in the house. We already know that. Dorian, thank you so much. Alley Cat, how are you? Here are your cat emojis that I send you every live stream. Mrs. Smoot, how are you? Sharice, hi, hello. I'm so glad to have all of you here. As we know, our time is running very short, folks. Peace to you. Hello. How are you? And, November will be here before you know it. Make sure, I know some of you share the live stream out usually when you come in, but please make sure you share out tomorrow's live stream, especially since we have a special guest, Miss Adrienne Wright. She's a Trump delegate. You heard me speaking about her before. I spoke with her on the telephone. How you doing, Sherry? And so she's coming to share a lot of information with us. I just got off the phone with her. She was at the Republican National Convention, and she's going to share some of that information with us too. She's wonderful, okay? And I really, really appreciate her taking time out of her busy schedule to come on our show. Because as I've been telling you, I've reached out to several people, and she's one of the only people who has responded. I know people are busy, so that's fine. Tina Tolver, how are you? Mrs. Smoot, Damon, hello. Everyone who's in here, you know the routine, the spiel. Please go ahead and hit that little thumb. That is the like button. Let's trigger the YouTube logarithm so that YouTube will share this video with more people. We can bring more people into the live chat. Linda, of course, is here. Part 2 of a great day. That's right, Linda. All of the patriots who are normally here are here. And I'm glad that you're here. This channel could not be a success without you and all of your efforts. And all I can say is, for all of you, love. That's all I'm sending you. Love, hugs, kisses. And, what else do I need to say? You guys are growing this channel so much. Florida's goal, she said, is to hit 10,000. If we can hit 10,000 by the time we get to November, hey, that sounds good to me. All right, let's look at this title. Liberal media turns on Kamala. Republicans humiliate Democrats, defending her insane policies. Now, ultra liberals, CNN, the Clinton News Network, and MSNBC, aka MSDNC, we know that's Democrat headquarters. If they are not agreeing with Queen Kamala, now because we know they don't tell the truth. So I'm like, oh my goodness. We said she, initially when she was, We found out she was going to be the nominee. We were like, okay. And then, of course, you know how it is when someone has something shiny and new. You're so excited, but that's starting to wane. People are looking at their struggles and the food prices, the gas prices. We've talked about this, folks. Okay. And they're thinking, wait a minute. Okay. And I can't wait till Miss Adrian writes on here. She's a ball of fire. She was on fire on the phone. So I was like, oh my goodness, how is she going to be tomorrow? Linda, how are you doing? Just love getting together with people who have common sense and a patriot. Linda gets it. Yes. I love conversing with people who have more than 2 brain cells and they're not SOS. And we know what that means. Stuck on stupid. No one likes a brown noser, right, Allie? Alley Cat. And all I can say, folks, is let me check them. Okay, I got that real quick. So all I can say is be vigilant. You know, I tell you that every video. And I love it seems the tables are turning a bit. So she, all this this laughing was all right. But now it's as if some of the Dems are starting to become embarrassed. And laughter only goes so far, folks. People are struggling. And eventually, we know, we said all Trump has to do is do at that debate he had with Biden. Oh, he didn't have to say much. Just let Biden open his mouth. He put the nail in his own coffin. Same thing with Kamala. Just let her talk. Let her talk. Trump doesn't have to say that much. Her record, don't get it twisted, folks. The way this economy is in dire straits, and I don't mean the rock group, pun intended, okay? Sultans of Swing and all of that good stuff. Hey, she cannot disconnect herself from what's going on with this economy in this country and the wars that we're involving ourselves in and the money we're sending. How you doing, Nathan? No problem. Have his tricks, Thomas Harris, Karma Harris. Yes, from the tricks and trade. Don't fall for her lies. Michigan Airport. Right. Leading Lamp, how are you? Oh, Monique, you guys know Monique, who's normally on here? She sent me a message in the comment section from a video. Remember when I was singing, come a chameleon, you come and go, you come and go. Culture Club, 1983. I still have that cassette. Yes, I'm that old. So she told me she's been watching videos on YouTube, and now everyone is singing Comma Chameleon to Kamala Harris. I said, well, that must mean they're watching the channel. I love it. So fine with me. Yvette, welcome. Hit that like button, all of you who are here. Share this live stream out on your various forms of social media. Big Al may come in. He just ended his live, so he's probably trying to get himself together. I did send him the link. And look at this title, folks. We're going to get started. If I miss your comment, charge it to my head, not my heart, but I will try to get back to it. Shaka Khan. Oh, yeah, Kamala. I feel for you. Yeah, Shaka's good, too. I think I love you. All right. Here we go. Now, CNN, and I'm going to play, I normally play audio clips for you because for some reason when I try to play the video clips, buffering starts. So I don't know why. I have a MacBook. The sound doesn't work. I bought the MacBook. I have a HP laptop. I'm just going to go ahead and buy a desktop because I like showing videos. If you're a visual learner like myself, but I will play the audio, and I share the links below in the description box under the videos. Yes. So let me share this with you, and I'll be keeping up with your comments in the comment section. Alley Cat, YouTube starts. Yes, right, Alley Cat. They're trying to buffer us out, but we're not stopping. This information must be disseminated. All right, Linda, soon we will be singing Tears Oh yeah, Linda, tears of a clown when there's no one around. The wonderful. Uh, oh God, no, I didn't. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. All right, Motown is always a winner. So listen to this. For those that don't know, those of you who are new, I live in North Carolina. How many of you know that Kamala was in Raleigh, North Carolina yesterday? That's only an hour from me. So she was very close, very close. All right, so listen to this, and I have a Washington Post, and again, all these ultra liberal media sources, not just you know uh, TV stations, newspapers. They are like, what the heck is she saying? What is she doing? Now, if you've been on this channel for a while, I've been saying she's a her father was a Marxist. She's a Marxist and a communist. So let's listen to some of the things that she's been saying.
I will snatch their patent so that we will take over. And yes, we can do that. Yes, we can do that. Yes, we can do that. It's the question is, do you have the will to do it? I have the will to do it.
I think this was a masterclass in sticking to the script, keeping things very voter friendly, keeping the details incredibly light, and not talking about how you have to pay for it all. If Donald Trump is sort of Harry Potter in terms of the magician for his policies, this was a bit Hermione Granger. It wasn't even just about not paying for it. She said she was going to reduce the deficit despite all these giveaways as well. And I understand that's politics at this moment, but I think your point is so accurate when she was talking about all of the things that are impacting people, whether it's high prices, and we know prices have soared over this administration, unaffordability crisis in housing. I mean, house prices, the median house price is up 20% over the past 3 years. So she did a great job, I think, of changing the narrative, which is reflected so poorly on President Biden, to try and make it more optimistic about what she's going to do. Just to give you a snapshot of some of the...
Now, just so you know, this is ultra liberal CNN. Now, I told you when I was in college in the 90s, I used to watch it. Now, at that point, CNN was in the 90s. It was still in the middle. If you remember Lou Dobbs, if you're of a certain age, you remember Lou Dobbs was on there. And then they just went all the way left. And I was just like, this is sickening. And so, yeah. So this is CNN. And I'll put a little screen up so you can see where we are with that. But yeah, this is ultra liberal. Okay, CNN. And I don't know. You can type looks at CNN. All right. I'm going to stop this video here. Okay. But if you're like me, you probably cannot stomach it. It's just so much malarkey. You just can't. Okay. All right. So let me see where we are here. And even the Washington Post. So, all right, there we go. So let me continue to play this video. This is a CNN video.
The things that she said in the price gouging comments, I just don't know how that federal ban is going to work. If they're talking about directly targeting prices, it will require some form of act of Congress. Isolating how and where price gouging is taking place is very difficult. She talked about the...
Did anyone watch that? Watch her. I know it's hard. She didn't even say gouging. She said gauging. And the educator in me said, I can't with her. I cannot. And so, okay, there we go. And so this is the lady that you see talking. And when she said the gauging yesterday, I said, all right. So listen to this, folks. And this is Julia Chatterley, CNN. Okay, so listen.
The profits of grocery stores, their margins are incredibly thin. For every dollar sale, they make profits of around 1 to 3 cents. Just try proving that their price gouging is going to be incredibly difficult beyond anything else. On housing, she said at the end of her first term, she hopes to have those 3 million houses built. But in order to do that, a lot of these home builders, and they are saying that they'll provide incentives, they're going to have to borrow money. And we know interest rates are really high. So a lot of that's going to depend on mortgage rates coming down, which could end up fueling house prices even higher if people start buying. But also home builders are going to want to be able to borrow at lower rates as well.
Yep.
I mean, I can pick out a whole host of other things where the devil's going to be in the detail, and it's all going to be about the execution. But I will say very quickly, I like the way that she compared and contrasted with Trump over what his impact will be. And I have to say it's inflationary in many of these cases.
All right, y'all. All right. So again, what she's talking about. So you're talking about helping with the housing crisis. Newsflash, you've had 4 years. You've done nothing. Now the light bulb comes on, and now all of a sudden you are concerned with homeless Americans. But you've always had a concern for illegal immigrants. They're in 3- and 4-star hotels. If you're new here, go back and check out the old videos. Yeah, she said gauging. It's gouging. Oh, in the words of Bugs Bunny, what a maroon. So, you know, and first generation home buyers, $25,000. Right. So you see, it's from the Democratic playbook, folks. They promise money, 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 but they never deliver unless you are an illegal immigrant. That's the only way you get money, thousands and thousands of dollars. If you didn't see the video that Big Al and I did last night, please check that out. It's heart-wrenching and it's sad, but I definitely wanted to share that with you because I've been talking about this. I did several videos on everything that the illegal immigrants were receiving. And I don't want you to think that I make this stuff up. I wouldn't waste your time like that. I talked about it several videos. If you're new here, please go back and check them out. And to see a veteran, someone who served this country, this woman was crying. She had to sell her food truck, and she sold it to an illegal immigrant. And he showed her his check, the paper, hey, thousands of dollars. So again, she can, anyone who listens to this crap, and I was on TikTok, and there was some people in Michigan, their yards full of vote for Kamala. I said, oh my God, what's wrong with these people? Ruby, the question is simply, if she has the ability to do all that once she is elected, why hasn't she done it? That's what I keep trying to tell these crazy people. She's had 4 years. You can't separate her from Biden. How you doing, Deborah? Thank you so much, Deborah. I'm trying to shine light on the corruption because I'm sick and tired of people being lied to. And most of the people being lied to, you know, most of the college-educated people, the elites, these are the idiots that keep voting for Democrats. A lot of them. And so you ever heard the terminology? You heard the old people say, you're so smart, you're stupid. That's what they are. I mean, come on. You don't have to have a degree to realize what's going on here. And now all of a sudden, the light bulb came on. Oh my God, all these homeless Americans. They've been homeless for 4 years, folks. Come on. And so I can't with her. And I'm sick and tired of people. Now they had this white men for Kamala. They had all these men, you know, woo. I'm like, Lord have mercy. What is wrong? Where have they been living? I know they're in America, but it's hard for me to understand how they've been living here for 4 years, and now she's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Linda, this woman made me cry. They hurt her so badly. She had every right to feel that way. Linda, yes. I was trying not to cry during the live stream. That's sad. I mean, you take care of the veterans, people who fought for this country. And this is not an anomaly. This happens all the time. And it's been happening. I had someone come in the live stream the other night. Oh, that Biden's secretly flying illegal immigrants in. I said, love, they've been doing that for months. I did a video on that 5 months ago. That's nothing new. Yeah, there's a secret app that they gave the illegal immigrants along with the phones. Yeah. Johnny, how are you? If you like Kamala's policies to move to China or Russia, Johnny gets it. She's a Marxist and a socialist and a communist. Move to one of those countries. You get the same thing. If they were really men, they wouldn't subscribe to white dudes for Kamala. Right, Allie? What kind of men? Allie, I told you yesterday, they can't have much testosterone. I think they have my primary hormone, estrogen. Okay? Come on. Really? Man up. That's embarrassing. You're a man and you're out here white men for Kamala. Or even some the black men for Kamala. Really? That's a disgrace. And yet these people want to hate on Trump all day. I was on Instagram earlier, and I said I'm not voting for Kamala, and oh my God, they attacked me. Woo, woo. And you need to learn your history. And Trump eats dinner with the KKK. I just went on there and I said, will you vote for Kamala? I said, it's the same as voting for the KKK. So, yeah. Johnny, you're fine, love. You're fine. Many of these elitists have 7 and 8 figure salaries, so Obama's policies have no effect on them. Ruby, that's what I've been saying. The people who are fine financially, that's why I told people, don't listen to celebrities and athletes. They're not affected. We are. Everyday working Americans are affected. Alley Cat, I was. Johnny, you're fine, dear. Everyone hit that little thumb, hit that like button. Share this out on True Social for me. And so here we go. Let me finish. This is okay, let me play this. Another liberal outlet. Listen. Play this.
On this reported by the Washington Post and I think confirmed by Politico, move by Kamala Harris. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Feelings on it. Yeah.
Now, yeah, who you listen to now? They're socialists. Okay, so listen to them.
Yeah. I unequivocally,
and they don't even agree with her. Listen to this.
Hate socialism. Socialism destroys innovation, destroys productivity, and destroys
So they're saying they hate socialism, but just listen.
Individual liberties. Agriculture and food markets have insanely competitive dynamics because there are commodity markets, there are tons of competitors. There is no monopoly in making food. There is no monopoly in making CPG products. There is no monopoly in retail. There is no monopoly in grocery stores. It is a small margin, highly competitive, highly fragmented, free market. And the free market works in that everyone is always competing with each other, creating new productivity improvements. And as a result, over time, prices come down, except when the government intervenes and gets involved. So I would argue that the real cause of price inflation in food is not the supposed price gouging by corporate players in the ag and food industry, all of whom are deeply competitive with one another, but rather is the result of the inflation associated with government spending and stimulus coming out of COVID. Nick, Exhibit 1, the Fed balance sheet. From COVID to today, the Fed balance sheet grew from $4.2 trillion to $7.2 trillion, a growth of 70%. The Federal Reserve went out and they bought assets and they issued debt to banks and introduced liquidity into the system. If you go to the next slide, as a result, the M2 money supply increased from 15 trillion to 21 trillion since COVID, a 40% increase.
If you listen to what he's saying and look at what I have up, Harris's economic plan. Look, if you haven't, because I'm sure most of you don't look at CNN. I don't either, because I like not throwing my food up. Look at this federal ban on price gouging, or as she says, gauging. Plan to cut taxes for the middle class and lower income to help lower income Americans. Tax cuts could impact 100 million Americans. So again, where have you been for 4 years? You've done nothing but laugh. Okay, let me finish.
Increase. Okay, so now there is more money in the system, so the cost of everything should go up, which is exactly what we've seen. We can walk through a couple of the other commodity price charts from the St. Louis Fed. Here is the price of electricity. As an example, the price of electricity has gone up a little bit less than the M2 money supply. But the truth is, when you start to actually look at ag commodity prices over time, what's happened is there was...
In other words, what they're saying, they're debunking what she said in reference to price gouging.
Certainly a boost coming from COVID, but the competition and the challenges in overproduction in the ag markets has started to hit and started to bring prices back down. So here's the price of strawberries. Strawberries today are selling for less than they were pre-COVID. Potatoes are now back to where they were pre-COVID. Now, let me give you some statistics on some of the supposed price gouging companies in the industry. Kraft Heinz stock pre-COVID was $29 a share. Today, Kraft Heinz stock is $34 a share. 2019 revenue of $25 billion, 2023 revenue of $26 billion. EBITDA in 2019 of $6.1 billion, EBITDA in 2023 of $6.3 billion. There's not a lot of profit gouging. In fact, Kraft Heinz has not been able to keep up with the inflation.
However, it doesn't change.
So anyway, and the Washington Post editorial board slams Harris. So what they're debunking what she's saying. This guy, and the Washington Post is saying they're slammed her. Okay, so people who are normally friendly to Queen Kamala are slamming her now. And they're disappointed. Washington Post said they're disappointed of an economic rollout. She squandered her moment with gimmicks. That's what she's always done. She's receiving backlash from the left and the right. And to me, if you look at the things she's saying, it's like she's deranged and psychotic. Price controls, that's communism. And now, if the Washington Post is saying something, that's not good. Patrick, make sure you send it love to lsibert@ymail.com. No, we don't want socialism, Marxism, or communism. Communists trying to use gimmicks. We know that. That's what the Democrats do. They don't have anything legitimate. So price controls to fight corporate gouging, fake news. This is not a thing with the grocery stores. Okay. And again, now you're concerned. We've been struggling with these prices for 4 years and you've done nothing. So lose me with this, with these shenanigans. No one's listening. These types of companies and businesses that she wants to target, they don't exist. And we already have laws and regulations and rules in place. So what the heck is she talking about? Kamala's voters don't know. She's still gaslighting them. She's still lying to them, and she thinks they're dumb. She thinks, well, they'll just listen to what I say, and they're not really going to do their own research. So she just throw them a bone, make them think I'm going to do something. And what do the Democrats always do? They always start promising money of some kind. Money, money, money. But you didn't give money to anyone except Ukraine and illegal immigrants. But now it's time to vote. You want to give Americans money. Okay. Make it make sense, folks. Come on. This has never worked out, and it won't work out for what she's telling her voters she wants to do. It wouldn't work. And where are we, Linda? Welcome to the United Soviet States of America. Linda, welcome to the United Soviet States of America. Exactly. We cannot let them in. Heck no. Oh my God. Damon, Allie gets it. Linda gets it. Yes. Dorian. And this is the party that wants them to protect. They're always talking about protecting and preserving democracy. They're the last people you need to talk about. They a big government. They want the government's hand in everything. And you're just like me. Every time the government takes hold of something, it's a mess. And it goes from sugar to, well, you know. The divided states of America is, it's kind of sad. And that's what they do in this divide and conquer. So yeah, she proposed $25,000 to give away to first-time home buyers. News flash. Any of you who've ever purchased a home, you know a little bit about the housing market. This is supposed to help decrease the price of housing. This makes no economic sense, okay? Because when you give money away to buy houses, that increases the demand. This does not fix the supply issue. Ruby, Honey Bee, how are you? Cackling Kamala and Tampon Tim have zero experience with finance. Right. Don't even own property, stocks, or buy. Right. Get out of here. When you have an increase in demand, the supply stays steady. So, and again, what anyone with more than 2 brain cells should be asking themselves is, you had 4 years. You did nothing. Nothing. But illegal immigrants are in 3, 4, 5-star hotels. And folks, I told you, follow the money trail. The government is paying them millions of dollars to take care of those people. What about Americans? Right. That's right. You don't get anything if you're an American. I forgot. Yeah, he's far left just like she is. And I'm like, what the heck? Go ahead and hit that like button for me, folks. Even Reagan said that I'm from the government and I'm here to help. It's the most evil words in the English language. Dorian, you are a historian. Yes, Reagan said that. He sure did. What? Yep. And any of you, excuse me, in the chat section, if you've heard that before, type it. Type it in the comment section. That's it. The government says, I'm here to help. Those are the most evil words. Ask the Black American family how that worked out. Look at the shape of the Black American family. Every time the government says, I'm here to help, run. Don't walk. They ruin everything. Everything they touch, they destroy. They ruin. Oh, yeah. Yes, Deborah's heard it. Yes, Honeybee, they have a plan for Americans, but not so. They think they're going to steal another election. There will be another American Revolution. We are not going through 4 more years of Democratic rule. No, we're not. Cha-cha, Ruby, even Trump said Kamala should have picked Shapiro from PA. But you know she wouldn't pick him because there's a whole wing of the Democratic Party that doesn't like Jewish people. But they're the party of equity, what's that, diversity, and inclusion. Get out of here. They're oxymorons is what they are. How you doing, Lip Slip Lee? The only way to lower housing costs is to build more houses or low-cost apartment buildings. You don't give money toward buying one. Lip Lee, please send her an email or something. She's not aware of that. Can we say communism, boys and girls? That's what she's headed for. Is that what you want? She does that. She's going to drive up the price of housing even more. How you doing, Betty Boop? It's $25,000 for a first-generation home buyer. So basically, it's for immigrant children. Betty gets it. Another truth bomb. Yes. Why not? That's the only people she gave money to now. This term, why not? She's not giving Americans anything, but these idiots are going to go out here and vote for her based on gender, based on the melanin in her skin, and she could care less about you. All she wants is a vote. And I'm sure when she's home in her house at night, she's probably laughing. Those idiots. God, I can't with stupidity. Betty Boop, I think you're here for the first time. You need to definitely stick around because this is your first time here and you know what's going on. Yes, you do. Hello. No, Lipstick Lee, she doesn't know anything about economics or business. All she knows about is cackling like a hen. So I thought, Betty, you're absolutely right. People need to think about that. She's giving them all these thousands of dollars in housing, food stamps, checks. There are millions of Americans that could use those checks. I did a video, since you're new here for the first time, Betty Boo, I did a video on what's going on in Maine. You remember they were trying to take Trump off the ballot. What the heck are you doing? Aaron, how are you? Aaron Rocha. Donovan, yeah, ski-wee. See how much food you can buy with ski-wee. See how much gas you can buy with ski-wee. And see if you can pay your mortgage, your rent with ski-wee. Yes, that is the problem. Deborah, they are doing better than yes, Deborah. I would be doing well too if I were getting if someone paid my mortgage. If I was getting thousands of dollars, I would. Yes, Deborah. How can I get that money? I've been teaching for 26 years here in the state of North Carolina. Let's be real, folks. Kamala is a full-fledged communist with these plans that she wants to enforce. She has exposed her true intentions. Remember, she kept running. She wouldn't give interviews even to the very liberal-leaning media outlet sources that love her. That's why I was singing. And I ran so far away. Flock of Seagulls, 1983. All right. Also, heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from another. Kamala won't give interviews. That's REO Speedwagon, 1980. Take it on the run. Now, don't worry. I won't quit my day job. But you get my point, right? All right. Let me play some more of the cockling hen, Kamala. And this is from, if you remember, I told you guys, she was in Raleigh, North Carolina. That's where roughly an hour from me, where I live. So listen to this.
Virtually every measure, our economy is the strongest in the world. Still, we know that many Americans don't yet feel that progress in their daily lives. Costs are still too high. And on a deeper level, for too many people, no matter how much they work, it feels so hard to just be able to get ahead.
Today, Kamala Harris announced the first set of proposals designed to allay some of those fears or concerns about the state of the economy. And for a number of those, we don't have a lot of specifics, but we do have some general guidelines and a few specifics that I think are worthy of discussion. Now, the first proposal that she made has to do with fighting price gouging, but all of these are...
Now, who you hear talking now, and I'm sure you guys don't look at, oh, thank you so much, Deborah. Yes, I love REO Speedwagon. 1980 was a good year. Patrick, yes. Thank you, Betty Boop. I love some REO Speedwagon. You hear me commonly and often singing some rock songs as I related to what we're talking about. Don't worry, I won't quit my day job because I won't be able to pay Rocket Mortgage or any of my other bills. So this is the Young Turks. They're here on YouTube, ultra liberal. So listen to these bums.
Are very, very popular. So now that leads me to my general point, which is well played, really well played. So there's the policy and then there's the politics. And in terms of the politics, this puts Trump and the Republicans on the defensive. So they're having to say, oh, no, we shouldn't do those proposals. And what people hear is we should keep housing prices really high. We should keep drug prices really high. You should be stuck with medical debt. So when they go to make the counter argument, they're screwed. So whoever's handling strategy here for the Harris-Walz campaign, tip of the hat. This is good stuff. This is great stuff.
So anyway, again, this is the Young Turks. They're Marxists as well. They're here on YouTube. Yes, Cha-Cha, we can give Ricky Smiley the dumb award this year. Him, D.L. Hughley, all these other clowns that are trying to tell people who to vote for. Yes, we can.
Policy end. Everybody's saying this is price controls. And by the way, you know corporations are freaked out because it's not just right-wing media. All of a sudden, Washington Post columnists on cable news, on CNN, MSNBC, go, this is bad. This is price controls. Wait a minute, she didn't say price controls. Because if she said price controls, I'd be out here telling you that's a bad idea. They're not wrong that price controls don't work, in my opinion. Okay,
We've already discussed that, folks. But
I could have a fight with a leftist on that, but that's not fundamentally correct economic policy. It does have counterproductive. But she didn't say price control.
Yes, she did. Now, again, they're ultra liberal. They're here on YouTube, the Young Turks. And again, don't waste your time. You would not be able to stomach their commentary. These are the bums are always, every time there's a police shooting, they're, oh, it's so racist. It's so racist. They don't tell the truth about what's really going on in each instant. So, yeah, it's racism. That's all they keep all day long. Everything is racism.
So I read it carefully to make sure that I understood what she was saying. And granted, like the minutia of the policy is not laid out. There's no bill yet, right? But based on what she said, she's going after price gouging and enabling the government agencies to do that.
So anyway, yeah. So I'm going to leave that up here for you. Kamala has revealed herself. Remember, she was running. You remember Jackson Brown, running on empty. Oh, I like some Jackson Brown too. Woo! But anyway, we remember, we've been saying, if you're new here for the first time, I've been saying she's running, hiding, won't give interviews. How you doing, Tamara? Yes, Tamara. We're here, girl. And so now that she has opened her mouth, Republicans can come and attack her because they know it's ludicrous what she's talking about. She's opened herself up to a line of attacks with these gimmicks that she has no intentions of implementing. She's just trying to get a vote, people. Come on. Smart Americans, all of us in this chat understand the semantics of what she is attempting to do. We're no dummies, okay? And again, I love it when CNN and MSDNC, when they're saying things, or sometimes you see their commentators, you see the looks on their faces, and they want to say something, but they don't. But you can see the look on their faces. Roland Harris is more like, welcome to the Hotel California. That's the Eagles. I love them too. What a nice surprise. Yes, with your alibis. Sounds like a Democrat to me. So, yeah, but smart Americans know what they're up to. They're full of it. And so, folks, again, that guy that was talking, if you type in the Young Turks here on YouTube, you'll see it. If you want, I'll share the video in the description box up under my video. But yeah, this was, socialism at its finest. And this is what she's trying to do. We've been saying that, okay? When will you ever see a Democrat cut taxes? And they're not going to. They're just going to tell lies. They're not going to cut your taxes. No, they're not. You're right. Ruby from Jordan, right solutions. Yes, exactly. If you don't do what you're told as a Greek, you could lose your status. Yeah. Yes, Allie, that's what they should be called. I mean, I looked at one of their videos and I couldn't. It's just everything is racist. They're helping to spread that narrative. Of course, they're full-fledged leftists. Okay, everything is racist. I don't want to hear that crap. And so she's talking about she's going to fix inflation. You had 4 years. Okay. So what is she trying to do? Trying to garner votes. We're too intelligent for that here on this channel. And so we have to get the word out. So she's doing price control, this straight up communism. Now, if you like communism, I think someone typed it earlier, just go ahead and move to Russia. That's what she's trying to do. Don't wait. Do it now. Expeditiously. Also, the guy Chank from the Young Turks was talking about it's going to be hard for Republicans to compete against the Democrats with her because she's trying to give freebies, of course, $25,000. She's not going to give them anything. Those are just more lies for votes. Come on, just like now, I think another, who is it? Someone else now. Oh, they're talking about reparations. Is it Oklahoma? Someone's talking about reparations. Get out of here. Mighty funny. They never talk about reparations until it's time for a vote. How you doing, Maya sisters? Policy positions. Not inspiring at all. Why does she need 3 weeks with it? Maya, right, she's been running. So why on earth, you had 3 weeks and this is the best you could do? Get out of here. Donovan, why does she have to wait to fix anything on day one? And she's had 4 years. She didn't fix anything. She's part of the broken system. All right, this is CNN again. Listen to this. Now, this is CNN, ultra-liberal CNN. I'm still on CNN. Listen.
Kind of attack that we're likely going to hear from Republicans as a response?
Two things. I think number one, she had took a lot of far left positions during her first run in 2019 and 2020. She has, temporarily kind of moderated these through some anonymous quotes from aides saying, well, she doesn't really want to ban fracking anymore. She doesn't want to do this, doesn't want to do that. This new program that she's kind of doing is pretty far left, $25,000, price control essentially. That's number one. The other thing is, kind of conveniently forgot she was vice president for the last 4 years when a lot of the housing market crisis was at its worst, when inflation was at its worst. So there's a lot of memory holding that. But look, when it comes to the $25K, I mean, you just added $25,000 into every price onto every home price in the country. Because if you're giving that away essentially for free, people will add it into the price. And obviously, price controls have come under criticism from the Washington Post, Catherine Rampell, who this channel's talked to earlier. So you're going to see a lot of that in the messaging over the next couple of days, if not weeks, as we go to the convention.
Well, first thing I saw was a searing indictment of the conditions in the country. She was very effective at laying out just how hard hit the American people have been by the
But of course, from her policy, she and Jim Crow Joe's policies, right? So you're laying them out. You created them, lady.
Policies of the Biden-Harris agenda. I mean, inflation is the number one issue. Food prices, housing costs, the housing shortage. All of that is absolutely true. And she and Joe Biden are in charge, and she has directly cast votes that have led to these conditions. So I don't know how she plans to separate herself from Joe Biden on this, because everything she talked about today, she has a direct hand in. The other thing that I picked up on today was this whole notion that price gouging, or gauging, as she called it, is what people are feeling. That is a total canard. This is not true. This is made up because they're trying to deflect attention from the actual inflation that has caused everything in your life to get more expensive. So they need the American people to believe something other than the truth. There is no price gouging. Grocery stores, these things, they operate on very slim profit margins. There is no gouging. There is just inflation. So to go out and say, I'm going to get the federal government involved in setting prices or capping prices or interrupting the flow of the free market economy. Let me tell you something. If you like red lines, product shortages, black markets, hoarding, if you want to recreate the happy economic conditions of The Walking Dead, Kamala Harris has a plan for you. The bottom line is the Republicans are going to be all over this. It's not smart, and it's a plan from a ticket that has no privacy.
Now, who you're talking now is a conservative, and he's laying it on them, and they're just sitting there looking at him like, really? I love it.
Experience and no interest whatsoever in taking responsibility for everything they have done to plunge the working class of the United States of America into an economic crisis.
Every single Democratic image, whether it was Clinton or Obama, and now we're seeing with Biden-Harris, you've seen there be a reckoning and a right-sizing of the metrics that affect people's lives. This is not me this is not a political ploy or game. This is just data and facts. Everyone knows that trickle-down economics never worked. Everyone knows that the Republican shtick about being better for the economy has never actually worked for real people. So the fact that when we go shopping at the grocery store as, regular humans with kids who are trying to feed them, we know that the prices have changed. But the fact that, they deny that is the problem and the fallacy and the disconnect from actual voters.
Prices are up about 20%.
Can I just respond?
I'm going to let you respond. Prices are up about 20%, but this week inflation was at its lowest point since 2021. So Scott, when you hear what Aisha is saying, what is your response?
Well, it's just simply not true that the economy is good right now, and it's not good from a price perspective, and it's just not good in the minds of everyday people. Look at the polls. The economy, the economic anxiety is the overriding problem in the election. It's why, among other things, that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's administration has a mid-30s approval rating. It's food prices. It's housing costs. So to say that somehow the economy is only bad under Republicans and Joe Biden has fixed it. If that were true,
Yep.
Joe Biden were the savior of this economy, he would not have been run out of town by his own party.
Truth bomb. They can't handle it. Facts. That's right. All that undermining and conniving and backstabbing. I'll let you finish.
And another candidate put in at the last minute. If anything about what was just said was true, Joe Biden would still be running for president. Under Donald Trump,
That's
people
actually
felt
not what I
better
said. So
about
don't
their
twist my
own
words,
lives.
Scott. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I didn't say
Yeah,
that
it is.
everything is great right now. What I said is that it's better
It
than
is.
Trump. And
So you know, you can't win with a liberal. They won't shut up, and they're not going to tell the truth. Donovan, trickle-down economics do work. The problem is when money is given to the people at the top, they keep it. They don't trickle it down, okay? Dorian, Teddy Roosevelt said that the key parts of being in government is to prevent monopolies forming in a capitalistic government. Facts, Dorian. Dorian, you know some history. Great. Gail Tripp, tell all of us going to the grocery store, buying gas and clothing and housing, that inflation has gone down. That's the biggest lie of all. Gail gets it. Yes, we're all struggling, Gail. Welcome, Marcy. Haven't seen you in a while, dear. Yes, no lie. Everything is going down the drain. Yes, Smart Final is right. Where are we? Smart Final. There's so many comments. I may be missing some of them, but don't charge it to my head. My heart, charge it to my head because it's going kind of fast. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. And like I said, if you like communism, well, all right, that's you're happy. This is what you want. This is communism 101. Okay, she put on a clinic yesterday in Raleigh, North Carolina at her rally. Right Solutions. So glad to have you here. Voodoo economics. Okay, Linda. Kamala's plan is a $1.7 million freebie plan in which she wants to give away money in exchange for votes. Come on, people. These other people need to smarten up. We already know what they're trying to do. Republicans are not having a difficult time attacking her. Anytime she opens her mouth, she's going to stick her foot in it, and it just opens up a new line of attack. And I love it. So just let her keep opening her mouth. She can't run forever. We've already said that every time. She's losing on the policy debate. Her insane policies make her look totally deranged and disconnected. And this is going to lead to her downfall, people. Just watch. This will lead to her downfall. Now that she's actually having to talk, it's going to be the end of it. The honeymoon period is over. CNN, the Washington Post, they're not even defending her. And I think I told you what the Washington Post said. Let me see. If you Google Washington Post, they slammed her. They're disappointed with her economic rollout. Said she squandered. Those of you just coming in, the Washington Post said that. I could not believe it. I'm like, oh my God, the Washington Post, CNN. I love it. And she's responsible. She and Biden are responsible for this current economy. You can't escape it. Than Jim Crow Joe's policies. Okay? So don't get it twisted. She's more radical. So if that's what you want, yeah, you're in the right place because that's what she's going to do. All right? But not me. Let's be real, people. You know, if you've been here for a while, I've already told you. Honestly, this was really Obama's third term. Joe was nothing more than a figurehead. He wasn't running anything, right? And so, hey, the liberal media can't continue to defend this. Where are we? Ruby, oh my God, that's too, Allie, oh my God, that's too close to where I went to school. She needs to go somewhere else. Allie, yes, I agree. And so she's clueless. She does not feel the pulse of the American people. And she's just up here blowing smoke up their rear. And unfortunately, some people are so indoctrinated and so brainwashed. Come on, people, smarten up. And words of one of my favorite mobsters in my mobster movie, don't be a schmuck. Come on. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you. I've been telling you she's a Marxist. I've been telling you she's a socialist. Now that she's talking, you see it. In her eyes, government is God. They want the government involved in everything. Gail Tripp. I don't remember anyone voting for Kamala at all. She was one of the first to drop out of the Democrat race. Remember? Yeah, once who was it? Gabbard read her the riot act. She was done. She was toast. So they're not defending her because they're losing money due to her not doing enough interviews. These people get paid by advertising. Soft Aloy gets it, yes, but she just kept running. And the word A in my another band I love, the Steve Miller Band. Whoa, 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 take the money and run. To woo, woo. Woo! That's all she was doing. And remember, a lot of the money, remember the donors donated that money to Joe. And then when they chose, they sacked him. And Kamala, Queen Kamala was chosen. A lot of the donors were angry. They were like, no, we don't want to support her. Whoa, take the money and run. That's what she did. Now you guys gotta love the Steve Miller Band. Come on now. That's all she did. And just kept running. Wouldn't give an interview. Now we see why. Donovan, oh yeah, thank you so much, love. And don't forget, tomorrow, make sure those of you who are here, 132 of you in here now, hit that little that like button for me, please. Make sure you are here tomorrow, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have Miss Adrienne Wright. She is a Trump delegate. She was at the Republican National Convention in Wisconsin, and she has a lot to share with us about politics in Illinois and all of the nefarious activities that have been taking place there. All the shenanigans. She's going to talk to us about that. Betty Boop, I saw Steve Miller in concert. Oh, wow. Where was it? Phoenix, Arizona, all the way to Tacoma, Philadelphia, Atlanta, LA. Which place was it, Betty Boop? Let me know. Northern California. I could go on. I love the Steve Miller Band. Alley Cat. We know she's a smoker and a toker. All right, Allie, that's my favorite Steve Miller song. Oh my God. Allie gets it. Dorian, the ball's in their court, but they're not going to win. They're going to try to cheat again and steal another election. We're not up for the shenanigans. This time, I'm sure we're going to be more prepared for their ploy. Montrez, how are you? Businesses are already boarded up in Chicago ahead of the DNC. Yes, I will. Big Al and I will probably go live Monday. You guys know a lot of people, particularly in the Black community, they're saying they don't want anything to do with the Democrats. They told them to go somewhere else with their convention. So I want to see what's going to happen. The Democrats are imploding. I love it. It's good for America. People are waking up. I love it. So Big Al and I have already talked. We're probably going to have to go live Monday just to see what's going to happen out there in Chicago. I can't wait. Caesar, come to the San Francisco and Oakland area to see the results of the progressive policy. Caesar, I already know what's going on in California. Everyone's leaving there in droves. They can't afford to live there. Bear of Light. I love that band. Yes, Bear of Light. Steve Miller does it for me. Where are we now? Soft Aloy. She's still vice president. She can fulfill her promise. Soft Aloy, exactly. You're talking about what you're going to do as president. Why aren't you have powers now, but you're not doing anything because you're just trying to get votes. How you doing, Fat? Patrick, Midnight Grower. Yeah, I like that. Dire Straits all the way. Sultans of Swing. Yes, Sean, I like Dire Straits. There we go. They have to cheat. Yeah, they can't win straight up. They don't. What do they have to stand on? Their policies don't work. Go to any liberal city in America. It's like a freaking war zone. Who wants to live there? No. Their policies do not work. Yes, Florida, it's gonna be wild. Money for nothing, chicks for free. That's right, Alley Cat. Install microwave ovens, custom kitchen delivery. Yeah. They're coming to Texas and the South for the housing prices. Yeah, they can't afford to live in California. They can't. North of Patrick, you're in Texas. Okay. No one likes her. No. Only the people who are thoroughly brainwashed and indoctrinated, and we have to get to them so that they don't follow a loser. She said she wants to pass the John Lewis Freedom to Vote Act. Again, you had 4 years. She's pandering to Black Americans. That's all she's doing. She's not passing anything. If you're not an illegal immigrant coming through the southern Texas border. Same socialist policy she spoke about have absolutely destroyed the entire San Francisco Bay Area. Yeah, and I try to tell people, look at her record when she was in California. DA. Look at her record. Go talk to all those innocent Black men who were locked up, and the Black men who were locked up for marijuana charges. And then when they came to her, she smoked marijuana as well. She thought it was funny. Yeah, go talk to them and see what they think about Kamala. A lot of them, most of you people may not be on YouTube as much as I am in social media. You need to check out TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. There are a lot of young Black men saying, "Oh no Kamala for me." Yeah, so a lot of people are waking up, and a lot of the younger guys are waking up, and that makes me happy. Yeah, her dissent. Yeah. And the people she had locked up, she had received evidence of the people who were innocent. She still left them in jail because they were providing free labor for the prison industrial complex. But this is who you want me to vote for? Are you nuts? Get out of here. I'm not. How you doing, Ivan? Trump 2024. No commie Kamala. No. That's what she is. She opened her mouth. She's laid it down. If you can't see, Stevie Wonder can see what she's trying to do. Soft Lloyd. In my humble opinion, Joe Biden should not be president anyways. No, and he was a figurehead. He wasn't running anything. We know. Why do you think Obama stayed in Washington? This was Obama's third term. If the Democrats get back in office again, it will be Obama's fourth term. It'll be like Franklin Delano Roosevelt, 4 terms. And we cannot have that. Okay? I can't understand why many of our people refuse to see the light when it comes to the Democratic Party. Because it's a demonic, satanic stronghold over the Black community. Some people are waking up, and we're trying to wake up, millions of other people. Okay, that's all. It's demonic, because that's not natural. It's demonic. No, she doesn't, Sean. She does not. And seems like she's on. I don't know. She just laughs all the time. Yeah, maybe she's popping something, or who knows? Maybe she's still smoking. Who knows? But she does laugh a lot. And I think that's I've seen that with other people. I think that's a nervous tick. I've seen that with people when you ask them a question and they don't know the answer and they'll just start laughing. And I think I don't know if that's the case with her, but that's the first thing that came to my mind. Hyena. She went from a hyena to Joseph Stalin. Another truth bomb. I love it. Mitch, how are you? Right. All she does is use word salad. She just uses words. She doesn't know what it has no meaning. String together 2 sentences for me that make coherent sense. If she can't do it, she can't. And that's who you want me to vote for. No way. I love when Kamala gets out there with her fake dialects in front of different crowds. It's disgusting. If Trump went to a southern state and tried that, he's picking on the southern. He couldn't. But everything goes because she's a Democrat. Remember, there are 2 sets of rules. Regulations. Sherry, but her speech is always slurred like she's high or drunk. Sherry, who the heck knows with that woman? Anyone remember Cliff Richard? She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman, she's gonna get you. That's Cliff Richard, 1980. I go way back. Who remembers Cliff Richard? Get Vic. She's not built for the job. No, she's not. And they don't care that she's not built for the job. They just want the power. Yeah, Mitch. How are you? Montrez, you should interview Vince Everett Ellison. Montrez, email me and send me his information. I've reached out to several people and I don't hear any response. I've only heard responses from one. That's who I'm interviewing tomorrow, Miss Adrienne Wright. Oh, Ruby. Ruby is misbehaved. Ruby, I'm going to get that ruler and beat your knuckles. Ruby said, "Don't, I insulted the devil." Who got Ruby started? Come on. Oh my God. Ruby, you were behaving so well. Ruby, you have to go to the back of the class, okay? You have to go to the back of the class. You were behaving so well. You just threw it all away. Oh my God. Right, Allie, she's gonna get you from behind. Oh yeah, I love Cliff Richard. Gavin Newsom's free needle program. Yeah, come on. Black America needs to take a long, hard look at ourselves. The Democrats, Willie Lynch, Plantation, Soft Alloy. Some people are so lost, and it's sad. When I see people, and I'm just like, what? Particularly if I see people who are really struggling financially, and I'm like, you're voting against your own best interests and to your own demise. You are. Ruby, that movie is in Atlanta, okay? And so, folks, that's all I wanted to share with you. And hey, I've enjoyed all of you. Sean told me to have Kamala on the show. You know she's not coming on this show because, honey, we would grill her. She would not make it. Oh my God, no. She would. We would ask 1 or 2 questions, and she would probably say, "No, I'm out of here." The only door she ever knocked down was a door to Willie Brown's. Oh, Dorian's dropping truth bombs again. Line up. That's right, Allie. Where are we here? They need to line up. I love you too, Allie Cat. Oh yeah. Every time we come on here, we drop truth bombs. Great live this evening. Yes, thank you so much, Deborah. Hey, all of you who are enjoying this content, and I try to bring you nothing but the truth. Share it on your various forms of social media. Let's grow the community, people. Let's grow it. We're trying to grow. We're trying to disseminate factual information. God knows there's enough lies and innuendo out here. So we are trying to get the truth to people. And some people actually say, hey, I mean, some people don't listen, but some people go like, well, okay. They'll watch a video and then they'll do a little research and then they'll start thinking, wow. Richard Quimbley, they have to stay in power in order not to go to jail and lose everything. Richard knows. Another truth bomb. They don't want to go to jail. And so they'll lose everything. Too much corruption, criminal deeds. Yeah. Montrez, I can catch you on the next live stream. Thank you, Montrez. Tomorrow, 4:00 p.m., dear. Gail, Kathleen Kamal, and Tampon Tim for street cleaners. Hey, sounds good to me. Fran, how are you? Share. Thank you so much. Right Solutions. Yeah. If any of you who are still here and you enjoyed this live stream, drop some fire emojis in the chat for me if you know how. Let me see. Richard Quimbley, believe it or not, that's that series. Yes, it is. Steve, yes, they will. Their crimes are not going to go unpunished. Eventually, you have to pay the piper, okay? In this life or the next. They will pay. Eventually, Steve. If they don't go to jail, they're going to pay for it, okay? Tammy, thank you. Thank you so much, Tammy. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. Love it. Thank you for the fire emojis. And just remember, people, honesty is such a lonely word. Everyone is so untrue. I think Billy Joel wrote that song for the Democrats. Oh, wow. Patrick, I think American-born black, brown, white need to unite. Patrick, that's what I've been saying. 70 to 85% now, it will be us and them. Patrick, that's what I've been telling people. We can't afford to look at someone's skin color in this country. We have to realize we have a common enemy and band together to fight against the Democrats. They're our enemy. We're not each other's enemies. Why do you think they keep saying everything is racist? They don't want us to come together and bond. You understand what I'm saying? I've been saying that. There's something we did not notice that you said the same thing to people, the same thing in 2020 in the first election. Yep. If Biden was the president of America, is it true? I'm not sure what you're asking, Jake. The same in the first election, if Biden was the president, I'm not sure what you're asking, dear. Type it again. Chicago Hood. How you doing, dear? Make sure that you haven't checked all notifications, love. Yeah, Dorian, you know YT, you know how they operate. So, me too, Lil Pink Slip Lee. I was too financially. We're back in the USSR. That's the Beatles. That's how lucky we are, boy. Jamal singing in the shower. Okay. Yes, Tamara. Yes, I just want to be friends with people whose morals line up with mine and not have to apologize at my parents' pigment challenge. Exactly, Tamara. We all have the same common enemy. So if we're fighting against each other, they win. A person, first time hearing you. I love this. A person, welcome. Hit that like button. Share this video out on your various forms of social media. In simulation, the Kamala manifesto. She gave that yesterday in Raleigh, North Carolina, roughly an hour from where I live in North Carolina. Yes, she did. Dorothy Osborne, neither party has the best interest of black people. Dorothy, go and check out how things were up under Trump. Just pull it up. You can pull it up on the internet as compared to now. And vote policy. Don't listen to what they're saying about someone being a racist or all this crap they're saying is fear mongering. That's what they do. Page straight from the Democratic playbook. Ignore that. Research. Dorothy Osborne said, Couch 2024. Okay, Dorothy, and millions of Americans are saying the same thing. Okay? And that's fine. That's your God-given American right, love. Okay? Gail, stay in prayer, folks. Only God can fix this. Exactly. Smoke and mirrors, not smoke and mirrors. Right, Sean? Welcome to the chat, A person. So glad that you're here. If you enjoy this content, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Go ahead and share this comment out. Share this stream out. Let a friend, neighbor, or foe know where they can go when they want to hear the truth about what's really happening in this country. Monique, how are you? You missed all my singing, girl. Marcy, Trump 2024. Sean, $1.87 gas under Trump. Say it, Sean. That's what we had. The grocery was cheaper. The gas was cheaper. I'm voting policy for my pocketbook, folks. I am. I don't care what color someone is. That's very superficial. And that has nothing to do with what we're paying for gas, for food, rent, mortgage, interest rates in general. Yeah. Gail Tripp. Welcome. Okay. Yeah. So that's all I have to share with you guys. I enjoyed this. You guys keep me motivated to stay on top of everything going on in this country so that when I come in front of you, we can have an intelligent conversation about what's going on. And like I said, share this out. Even if you have friends and family who are Democrats, sometimes they may say, they may watch it. They may not agree with it, but then they may go do some research. You never know. Little Pink Slip. I'm with you tomorrow. I don't care what color your skin is, if your values align. Yeah, all they're using is tokenism because the lady told me, well, the Democrats have They put this black person, that black person, that black person in a position of power. I said that's tokenism. Who cares what color you are if you can't do the job effectively? Diversity, equity, and inclusion will get you unalived. That almost happened to President Trump with that little short Secret Service lady who couldn't protect a freaking fly. Right? No, thank you. I need the best person for the job. I don't need tokenism. I don't care that the Democrats have black people in this position. They're nothing but gatekeepers. They're nothing but Democratic shields. They're plants and they're puppets used to keep black Americans on the Democratic plantation. Okay? That's all it is, folks. I call it what it is. You know, if you've been here for a while, I call it what it is. I don't care. That's all they're used for. So why do you think they have all these athletes and celebrities telling me, I'm angry with, they're black too. I'm angry with black people. I'm sick of y'all. This is what Ricky Smiley said. Go check out my video. Sick of black people. Y'all make me sick. Now you get a black woman here. She went to a historically black college. She's in a black sorority. And y'all out here talking trash about her. These are his words, not mine. He said nothing about policy. He said she's black, which she hasn't said. He said she went to a black university. She's in a black sorority. What the heck does that have to do with people being able to afford rent, mortgage, gas, food? He said nothing about policy. And he's like, I'm supporting her. And who's going to listen to a comedian who runs around in a dress? And I'm supposed to listen to you. You have your money. You're not struggling. You have a radio show you're on every day. Why the heck am I going to listen to you? Caleb Bex, how are you doing? And people listen to these idiots. D.L. Hughley, the same way. He was saw him on this show with Kamala recently. He's sitting up there crying, apologizing to her for some bad things he said about her before, which when he said them, it was true. Now that she's running for president, he's on code and bashing black American men and women who won't vote for her. This is a black woman, and if she wins, she could be sworn in by a black Supreme Court justice. Said nothing about policy. I don't give a care if she's purple. What's her policy? And all these black people up here saying she's black, she's not even saying that. You're saying that. And she's going home at night and laughing. Ha 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 ha. Those dummies. Get out of here. I can't with some people. When you're stuck on stupid and I can't make you understand that you're being hoodwinked and bamboozled and gaslighted, I don't know what else to say. Content of character, right, Chicago hood, not the color of your skin. God forbid, if I ever have to go in to have heart surgery, I'm not going in there saying I want a black heart surgeon. I don't care if he's green. I want the best heart surgeon available. Idolatry is real, and black Americans need to wake up. Things are not going to improve for black America until you stop worshiping the Democratic Party. That is your God. You forsake family and friends for the Democratic Party. I have an ex-coworker who no longer talks to me. She's in a sorority, the Divine Nine, supports the Democrats, of course. To me, relationships are more important than who you vote for. But if someone stops talking to you, there's nothing you can do. So that's your God. Stop going to church. You're not worshiping, you're worshiping the Democratic Party. And what they tell you to do, you do. That's your God. That's your idol. And you don't know it, and that's sad. That's real sad. But racial idolatry is the reason black America is in the shape that it's in today. Always telling, vote for the black person. Vote for the black person. Go to Chicago, Detroit, Baltimore, Philadelphia. They've been voting for black people for years. Those are the worst places to live in America. But they still come. Every time it's time to vote for the black person. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Get out of here. No. Yeah, it's petty. Allie said lack of brain cells. Right, Allie? You're voting to your own demise. How you doing, Edwin Mendez? Chicago for Trump. All right, hit that like button. Share it out. Lori said you can't fix stupid. No, you can't. You really can't. And I meant to get off here, but I sometimes I fly into a rage when I start thinking about the people who are so fooled, and it just bothers me. Jamie, love your live chat. I'm frustrated. My neighbors who are voting the demo ticket aren't able to talk, debate, have a conversation. A few can, but then, yeah, Jamie, they won't shut up. Or they're the ones who will just stop. They'll stop dealing with you altogether. That's their God, and they don't realize it. That's their idol. Just like these shills and puppets. And this is all being directed by the primary puppet master, George Soros. Edwin Mendez, thank you, love, for your super chat. And that's all I'm saying, folks. You don't have to believe me. When I do these videos, take 5-10 minutes. Google it. Google it. Everything I'm telling you, you can find. I don't come on here and make things up. Does that make sense, folks? Bella's Whisper, how are you? I have a lot of new people in here tonight. And so we have to be vigilant. And like I said, I don't stop talking to people because they're going to vote for Kamala. I pray for them and hope that they'll come to the light one day. Because the Democratic Party is satanic and demonic. Look at all of their policies. They're demonic. And they're meant to destroy America. And all Kamala's basically preaching is unaliving children in the womb. That's the most important thing she talks about in her eyes. And she's not in any other. This is what I don't understand. She's not in any other community but the black community, just like the Planned Parenthoods. They're all in the black community. And all she keeps saying is reproductive justice, which is another word for the A word. You know what I'm talking about, unaliving children. Make it make sense. Maybe I'm slow. Maybe I only have one brain cell and I just don't understand. Maybe you understand it better than I do. How you doing, Lulu? Yes, Lulu, go back, love. Check those videos. I've been talking about this for months. Google is full of crap. They're going to throw shade. Oh yeah, Allie knows. Yes, they are. If you like this content, hit that like button for me. Share this video out. Wake these people up. We cannot take 4 more years of Democratic rule. We can't. This country will not be here. It won't. And look at who she chose. She chose the most liberal leftist of them all as her running mate. Look at what happened to Minnesota. It was destroyed over lies and George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. He let them destroy it. And what did Kamala do? Queen Kamala. She helped raise money to get the criminals out of jail. That's who you want as your president and vice president, really. Let them burn down the police station. I've been alive several years. I've never seen that happen. Google the Cloward Piven strategy, and then you'll see what's at work here. And I did a video on that, the Cloward Piven strategy. Jake, yes, sister, America won't be. We won't have an America. It's almost gone now. We're pretty much a third world country now. The things that the Democrats are doing, what they tried to do to Trump, that happens in third world countries. That doesn't happen here. You see, if you let them get in there again, you see what they put all them charges on Trump. And when people were laughing when they kicked him off Facebook and Twitter, and people were laughing. I said, that's not funny. If they do that to a president, what the heck do you think they will do to you or me? Why is that funny? That's not funny to me. They've weaponized those federal agencies, especially the IRS. They go after people who speak out. They do. How you doing, Serpo Saga? Damn, man, I'm glad you're still here. My original channel yeah, glad you're here. And so that's why I'm so adamant about disseminating this information. It bothers me. Now, some of you who are here for the first time don't know I'm an educator here in the state of North Carolina. I teach high school. I've been a teacher and educator for 26 years. And it bothers me. It frustrates me when I'm teaching and I can't reach people. That bothers me. It really does. And so if I get a little rowdy on here sometimes, I just get frustrated and then I try to calm down a little bit. Okay. I just want the best for Americans, and I don't like the direction this country's going in, and I'm ready to see it change so that everyone's life can improve. A person in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 300 protesters were marching with red flags that had a sickle and hammer on the flag, chanting, "We want communism." A person, exactly. I used to live in Pennsylvania. I lived in Allentown and Whitehall, Pennsylvania. Not far from Philadelphia. But yeah, D. Frady, how are you? This is my first time seeing this channel. Such a relief that I'm not alone. D. Frady, you are not alone, love. Go back if you get a chance. Hit that like button, share this out, hit that subscribe button. I've been talking about this for months. I'm sick and tired of it. I want everyone, it would be my prayer, everyone would wake up. If I had my way, no one would vote for the Democrats. I believe God, I believe an awakening is happening in the Black American community, and a lot, that stronghold is starting to loosen. And that's from God, folks. It is. They don't have a grip on the Black community like they used to. People are waking up. People like me, content creators. We're sharing and disseminating information for people to wake up. That's God's will. The Democrats are demonic and satanic. They don't mean anyone any good, unless you're an illegal immigrant. Gail, what do you know about the Chevron decision? The Supreme Court ruled on. Yeah, I still got to finish reading up on that because I'll read a little bit of something, and then I'm so busy. And school has started back here in where I live in North Carolina, and so I haven't had time. I need to go. I need to look and read a little bit more about that, love. Sharice, yes, the strongholds being pulled down. That's God, folks. You know, you have millions of people who follow a party. You've ever heard lambs to slaughter, or a moth to a flame, to your own demise? That's not normal behavior, especially with the internet, and the truth is available for everyone. That's a demonic, satanic stronghold that the Democratic Party has had on the Black American community for 60 plus years. And it's starting to loosen. There is hope. And you people will see. You keep coming back to this channel and go back and look at those old videos. I told you, you're going to see a big change in November. Yeah, a lot of Black Americans will still vote for Democrats, but you're going to see a change that's never happened in my lifetime. A lot are going to vote for Trump as well. They're sick and tired. Tomorrow, I grew up in Detroit. My childhood home is no longer there. No, of course not. Right. Look, all the liberal cities, they're garbage. I wouldn't live in a liberal city. No way. Where are we here? I shared your video on my, okay, I'll say it. I can't promise much because I've been shadow banned on Facebook for approximately 3 years. Yeah, that's okay. Tomorrow you can share it on True Social, wherever else you want to, love. Thank you so much. The live stream tomorrow, those of you who are here 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Florida Love. Make sure you're here. I have Miss Adrienne Wright. She's a Trump delegate. She's over the Illinois Republican Women, excuse me, Illinois Republican Women Committee, I think, the Women's Committee. And so she's going to come here and tell me about me and you about all of the nefarious activities that have been taking place in Chicago for years. Now Black Americans are starting to come out and say things that they've seen over the years that they've done for Black Americans who were trying to vote for Republicans, and their ballots were thrown out. I've heard that from a gentleman who told me that. All the nefarious things that were taking place. And so Miss Wright's going to come on and tell us that. There we are. Great Lakes, Illinois Republican Women. Thank you so much, Wright Solutions. And I'm here. The more I talk to people, the more I learn. And who knows, all these years, how many Black Americans who voted for Republicans just had their votes tossed out. Chicago is so corrupt. And so, yeah, the more I'm talking to people in Chicago, I'm like, oh my God. Whew. Edwin Mendez, my wife is a Chicago election judge, and the machines were breaking down. She never seen that happen before. Yeah, especially, if you're voting for Republicans, everything's going to break down. Frady, I heard the Lord say, Adala, that is a warning. We must stand in spiritual warfare. Yes. How you doing, Lisa? So I'm going to let you guys go. It's Saturday night. And who knows? Saturday in the park. And it wasn't the 4th of July. That's Chicago. Okay. Another one of my favorite groups. Florida. Yes. Thank you, love. Voting for them is like going against God. Yes, Tammy, all of their policies go against the Bible and God. They do. And people don't, but these Democrats sit up in these churches every Sunday, and it's sad. They don't realize they're worshiping the Democratic Party. You guys that are new, go back and check out my videos on the Black preachers and ministers. They're not talking about helping you save your soul. They're telling you, don't vote for Trump. He's a racist. Vote for Kamala. Who wants to sit there in a church like that? You're not helping my soul grow. You're talking politics. Separation of church and state. Remember? Get out of here. Bay City Rollers. Yes, Allie. Yes. Countries have started laughing at us, and I do not want this to happen to me or to all of you, my friend. No, Jake. That's why, Jake, share this stream out. There are a lot of people on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook that look just like me. They're saying the same thing. We're all trying to wake people up. Yes, Allie, to be a card-carrying Democrat, you have to worship Satan. You do. All of your policies are demonic. Lisa, I love your show. Sorry I missed some working and updating a home. Missed notification. Lisa, that's okay, love. I'm not taking any videos down. Watch them when you can. I'm glad you're here, love. Not about race, love, and it's about righteousness. D. Frady gets it. Who gives a care what color you are? Are you a good, decent, moral individual? Can you do the job? Toss out that diversity, equity, and inclusion crap. Chicago Hood. Yeah, they sit in their churches with the rainbow flag flying out front. Yeah, they do. D. Frady, I go live every Sunday, 4 o'clock p.m. And now that I'm a partner with Big Al, I've been going live about 2-3 days a week as well. Make sure you guys sub up Big Al, Uncle Coon as well. He has some excellent content. You're welcome. Thank you for saying the name of my page on your channel. No problem, Tamara. I got you, love. Thank you so much, Florida. Florida, type in Big Al's name and channel name so they can go sub him up, love. Thank you so much. And I'm going to get off here so you guys can enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'm so glad you were here. Thoroughly enjoyed you. And just always remember, unity and love has no color. We're all God's children. Right. That's what I've been saying. Lisa gets it. Okay. And just remember, this is from Monique. I've been saying, go, if you check out my old videos, I've been telling you, Kamala is a chameleon, depending on the environment that she's in. Those of you who know about, I teach, one of the classes I teach is agri-science. Chameleons do what? They change depending on the environment they're in. It's for natural selection. They adapt. Helps them to stick around so they don't become extinct. Come a chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. I love it would be easy if your colors were like my dreams. A red, gold, and green. I need to go get that cassette and hold it up for you guys so you know. I'm old. I still have my cassettes and some 45s and some albums. All right. Chicago Hood, thank you. Lisa, I don't know where Unc is tonight. We love him too. But all of you, enjoy the rest of your evening. I love you. Be safe. Harriet Baker. It's not Democrat, it's Democrat. Yes, it is. Thank God for your courage. We'll be keeping you up in prayer. Thank you, D. Frady, and thank you for being here. All of you, make sure you're here tomorrow. Yes, Monique, I sang that for you, love. Make sure you're here tomorrow. Thank you, Lisa. Make sure you're here at 4:00 p.m. You stay vigilant, stay awake so that you know what they're doing. And I'm going to continue responding to your comments in the comments section even after I end the live. Love you. Be safe. Tomorrow, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for being here at the Rollins Reviews YouTube channel.